back to the Chris Tractions faction, or if you're new here, welcome in. What I do here on my channel is I do music reactions and first listens and things of that sort. Now today we're going to be listening and reacting to the Architects' new song Broken Mirror. So without further delay, let's get into it here.
Some days I'm a tidal wave, still lakes never leave a trace. I'm overcome, but I don't wanna run. Life fades but the shadows stay. No grace in the breaths I take. I've had enough of staying.
So going into this so far, we're coming in with an opening introduction to a sound that I'm not too familiar with when it comes to the Architects, because when I think of the Architects, I think of heavier sounds and things like that. This is an interesting concept because they're taking a lighter side with Sam's vocals here. I'm just curious to see if they're going to go into something heavier here. And let's just see where it goes here.
Staring at the sun. You wouldn't want to read my mind. You wouldn't want to stand beside me when I'm living on the edge.
You wouldn't want to read my mind, wouldn't want to stand beside me when I'm living on the edge. Now that could be taken into two sides here. It could be taken into the mental health aspect where a person's in a dark place or they're having dark thoughts, because or living on the edge could be also taken into the concept of the person is making a life-changing decision here. That's just my take on it thus far, but let's see what happens here.
Take me to the place where the heavens are haunted, and I'll pray to the cross you bear. Tell me if I gave you the world, would you meet me there? Do you?
So going into this, we see what looks like a person that could have enlisted into the military, judging by the pictures that we've seen so far. Now, I do appreciate the aspect of how Sam and the Architects are shining light on that particular life that a person may choose, because it's not an easy decision to make, so I do appreciate that.
No sleep in the bed we made. Two saints and a hand grenade. Forever numb, I cry to anyone. Oh, highways over shallow graves. Cold rain down a window pane. I gave you dust, but held onto the gun.
So, highway shades and cold rain on the window pane, that could be taken into the context of a person is away from their normal life that they're used to, because if when a person enlists in the military, they could be gone away from what they call home months at a time. So this is an interesting concept, and I really do appreciate how they're doing this here.
You wouldn't want to read my mind. You wouldn't want to stand beside me.
So if you see here, this is a group of people here, and that the one guy, I'm assuming was the commanding officer, was pointing at the map on the table there. So that's leading me to think that this is either a group of mercenaries or this is actually official military getting ready to go on a mission here. So let's just see where it takes us here.
When I'm living on the edge, take me to the place where the heavens are haunted, and I'll pray to the cross you bear. Tell me if I gave you the world, would you meet me there? Do you see me now? The lights are out. I'm a broken.
So there you could hear for a minute the sound of the hammers being pulled back on the gun. That's an interesting take, because not every video really showcases that, what the actual sounds are, and preparing for what they might be doing here. and then we had that drop there, and then also it was leading into that, I want to say, a fry scream by Sam there. And it looks like in this particular scene here, we're getting ready for them to partake in their mission here. So let's see what happens here. And also, before we resume play here, it seems like we were getting ready to get into another bit of harsh vocals here as well. Okay, now that's the familiar sound of Sam that I have come to know from the Architects, because I previously reacted to their song Black Holes, so it's nice to see that they're keeping with that sound and not entirely stepping away from it, because they're getting back into the heavier instrumentals and things like that here.
Take me to the place where the heavens are haunted, and I'll pray to the cross you bear. Tell me, if I gave you the world, would you meet me there? Do you see me now? The lights are out. I'm a broken mirror. I found you on the other side. I try to put it all.
So they were talking about a broken mirror, and just going into that context alone, a broken mirror gives a splintered reflection, or that could be like a shattered mind in a sense, as far as that goes. Now, that's a pretty interesting aspect also, because what looked like we had a shootout between the commanding officer and a few of the others there. And then we had Sam also, which looked like he took into the take of also taking out the commanding officer there. And then we had the car scene where they were driving away, and he was trying, I'm assuming, to get this woman to a hospital there. But also we had the car scene there, what looked like the woman was by herself, so I don't know if she was, having some hard thoughts, or if she was trying to figure things out, or what she was going to do. But let's finish this out here.
I'm a broken mirror.
Okay, so going back into that, how they left there at the end with the picture of her staring into the mirror, because at the beginning of this, it also looked like, before it even brought in the opening name of the song where it said Broken Mirror in the lyrics, Sam was looking into a broken mirror as well. So I think this is two sides. One is the side of Sam's story, the character he's portraying in this, and then also the aspect of the woman we saw there at the end, where this is taking her side of the story and kind of explaining that as well. So I do like the dual side aspect here, where they kind of build on the tense moments that are in this, and how the opening segment and the ending segment here also are kind of like two sides of a coin, but yet they're the same. So that is a nice visual representation that they did in this video. And we started out with the clean vocals with Sam, kind of that lighter, airy side, but then we progressed as we went past the opening segments there of the cleaner vocals. Then we jumped right into the harsher vocals and the heavy instrumentals and things like that. And then also how they the whole visuals of this video was well done, well produced, and they really go into all sides, not just Sam's and the woman we saw at the end there, but they fill in all aspects of the situation that they could be in here. So they started out with what looked like was going to be a successful mission, then it turned on a hairpin, as they say, into a situational representation of things that could happen. So the way that they did this is really well done. I appreciate the aspect of how they kind of fill in every story, and it just makes me wonder though at the end of this how they closed out with that woman there. Did she survive being shot, or is this thinking back, or is this going to go into a continuance of this particular video? I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. But if you like what I do here at the channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share. And if you have any further recommendations, either by the Architects or any other band that you might like me to react to, you can feel free to leave that in the comments section below. Or if you have any clarification on this video that I may not have thought of, you can also feel free to leave that in the comments below. This has been Chris Distractions, and I'll catch you on the flip side.